Assalamualaikum and hello everyone. My name is Khadijah and today I would like to talk about a book that I recently just read and the reason why you guys should read it too. The title of this book is called So This Is Love.
So This Is Love
by Elizabeth Lim. This is actually a twisted tale and comes in series such as Reflection by Disney character Mulan and What Once Was Mine by Disney character Rapunzel. This book is released on April 2020 and the title of this book is inspired by So This Is Love in the animated cartoon, which is by Ellen Witz. So without further ado, let's start. The first chapter starts you out in the ball, just like the movie where she meets the prince and she didn't realize it's the prince. They have a very nice conversation with each other and gets to know and kind of falling in love. In the stroke of midnight, she gets out proceeding with the movie event where the Grand Duke goes out on a search, having all the eligible maidens try on the glass slipper, and Landrains lock her in her room, but she doesn't have the mice to help her. Since the mice aren't real characters in this case, the mice is there as her friend, but not as an interactive characters. So she's trapped in her room and misses her opportunity. Then when Lady Tremaine, which is her stepmom, comes back with her stepdaughters, they tear her room apart and destroy the glass slipper. After that, Lady Tremaine decided to sell Cinderella and sell her away. At this point of the book, I was very engaged with the opportunity. I didn't read the summary beforehand, so I thought that maybe Cinderella adventure was going to be taking her out of the kingdom, away from the palace, or being sent away by ships. But there's definitely a lot of options there, since essentially on the carriage ride where she's been taken away and she's escaped and spent the night in the town to be discovered by one of the palace steamers, Louisa. They quickly became friends. Louisa helped her works in the palace, in which case she ends up being in the servant attending to Genevieve, which is the king's sister, and she's visiting there, but has been obviously some family conflict in the past. So because of this suspicious past, the Grand Duke asked Cinderella to spy on Genevieve. But Genevieve, for the record, is awesome. Like, she's like this court lady, and she was definitely more of a tomboy growing up. She likes to read pirate novels. She's not nonsense, but she's not mean about it though. So she likes dog a lot. She takes in Bruno, which is a dog. Charles also have like more depth, which I think in general when you're critiquing early Disney and you kind of have that instant love effect, you have no idea who the prince are. We get a lot more of the princess story than the prince that they're actually meeting, with the exception of Sleeping Beauty. Charles went away to a university, so his mind has been opened up. He would just want to stay in control and keep things the way they are, since Cinderella left Lady Tremaine's house probably around chapter 4. Surprisingly, Lady Tremaine isn't the villain anymore, since she's still in the background though, but she's not an active obstacle for Cinderella. So after that point, it turned out that the Grand Duke, yes, that skinny with the pot belly and the monocle from the movie, yeah, he's the bad guy. So did not see that one coming and wouldn't have seen that one coming. But it's not unbelievable, but I don't think that his character was depicted in the movies as having that possible string. However, this is a twisted tale, and that was a great twist to have him to be the villainous character. It's like a sub guy trying to gain power kind of plot, but I was fully interested in his ways of manipulating his plans. As for where it's mentioned the long-standing prejudice against fairies where magic is illegal in the kingdom, it's more or less a subplot of Cinderella trying to change the law, or she asked the prince about it. The love story tag was developing with Cinderella and Charles. So oftentimes, Cinderella would be too shy, or she would get in her head too much and not take action, which is kind of annoying. But I think maybe about halfway or so, they have another ball, and even though it's like a masquerade Charles finds out who Cinderella is soon after. So I'm glad that it wasn't like he didn't know who she was until the very end of the book. And they do have a moment to build a relationship, and the conversation are very natural, and it was very enjoyable to read and a nice break from all the heavy drama and plotting going on with the Grand Duke. So my thought on this book where Cinderella is this girl who learns to stand up for herself and is always eager to help others. The romance has been that fairy tale like quality, not much different from the original one, but I'm glad we get more inside scoop into the prince's history. It's a simple and mindless yet delightful read with a fun twist that isn't found in any classic tale of Cinderella. All the male characters are portrayed as pushovers, except the villain because he's driven by his ambition. This is perfect for Disney characters fans who are looking for a little childhood nostalgia to hit them. That's all from me, guys, and I hope you enjoy reading the book. And make sure you guys leave this like, share, subscribe this video. Bye.